Hello and welcome to HBM's Crypto-Corner for Wednesday, October 25th, 2023. We have quite a few things to talk about, so let's get started. Identity of mysterious mermaid lobster that washed up in Papua New Guinea is anyone's guess, experts say. The severely decayed remains of a marine creature recently washed up on a beach in Papua New Guinea. Experts can't agree on what the ghostly white lump is, but it's most likely the remains of a marine mammal. And this is the remains in question. Locals on Simberi Island in Papua New Guinea crowd around the mysterious mermaid-shaped lobster shortly after it was pulled from the water. A ghostly white lump of rotten flesh in the shape of a mermaid recently washed ashore on an island in Papua New Guinea, and experts are baffled. The strange sea creature was likely a marine mammal, but its exact origins are unclear, experts told Live Science. The mysterious mass was discovered September 20th by locals on Simberi Island, a small volcanic island with a population of around 1,000 people in the Bismarck Sea in New Ireland province, according to a Facebook post by New Islanders only. Now, it most likely is some sort of marine mammal. What? I don't know. Some experts say it looks like a very decomposed cetacean. One expert says it looks like a marine mammal. After that, it's anyone's guess. Most common cetaceans in the sea are short-finned pilot whales, spinner dolphins, pantropical spotted dolphins, and sperm whales. Blubber also indicates a marine mammal and not a shark. So most likely this is not a cryptid of some sort. It's most likely some sort of marine mammal. But it's still interesting when this kind of stuff happens. Mountain lion roaming Pennsylvania town wasn't that. There's a video on this. Let's check it out.
These so-called big cats spotted in York County earlier this week are not quite as large as was first thought. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Alyssa Kratz. The Pennsylvania Game Commission has identified those two animals seen roaming in York County this week. Fox 43's Harry Lee joining us now in studio to explain what they found out.
That's right. Well, social media lit up this week over a video of two large cats seen near Mount Rose Cemetery. Many wondered, could it be a rare big cat like a mountain lion? I got the answer from a Game Commission biologist. This video of two large cats roaming near Mount Rose Cemetery on Wednesday left some in Spring Garden Township on high alert. Rumors swirled that they could be bobcats or even mountain lions.
And it turns out that they're actually house cats. And
the Pennsylvania Game Commission made the ID today after investigating the area where the cats were seen. First, they needed to evaluate the images.
The problem with a photo is if we don't have anything in that photo that's readily available or it really sticks out to us as, oh, well, this is this big because here's a soccer ball or here's something that's really known, it's easy to not really understand how big the animal is.
There weren't many visual references to compare the cats to, so they made their own.
We actually made cutouts of a life-size house cat, a life-size bobcat, and a life-size mountain lion, and we're able to actually place those where the animal was seen in the photo, and then we recreate the photo.
Side by side, it's immediately clear that the animals could not be big cats. The news was a letdown for some, but not a surprise for Keller.
So I would never say it's impossible, but it's very, very unlikely because we don't have a breeding population of mountain lions in Pennsylvania.
Now, every year, hundreds of Pennsylvanians report seeing a mountain lion somewhere in the state, but there hasn't been a confirmed sighting of a native free-roaming mountain lion in Pennsylvania since 1874.
pretty crazy, Harry. And what is it about these big cats that like everyone's so fascinated by?
I don't know. I mean, they are beautiful, they're big, but this was not a big cat.
Not this time.
Not
But
this time.
for everyone's safety, I guess that's good news.
Yeah, I think, yeah, definitely.
Thanks, Harry.
Well, now see, this is what Sasquatch researchers should be doing. They should be taking things like this and making comparisons to supposed Sasquatch photos and videos. That should be done more often. Unfortunately, it's not. And what you get is you get a mess like the Colorado video, which unbelievably some still think is an actual Sasquatch. Now I'll talk about that in a little bit. But it boggles my mind that more Sasquatch researchers haven't done this with alleged Sasquatch videos and photos. But there was a good follow-up by the Pennsylvania Game Commission. I'm glad they did this. Now, are there mountain lions in Pennsylvania? There are those who say there are. And they're not, or what's the word I'm looking for? They're dismissed. Those mountain lion sightings are dismissed by the Game Commission. But that doesn't mean there are not mountain lions in Pennsylvania. There probably are. I mean, heck, a friend of mine saw one right here in Mississippi. And there have been sightings of mountain lions here in Mississippi. And black panthers, and panthers are supposed to be extinct. There's not supposed to be panthers here in Mississippi for many years. But yet people see them. So it's interesting how gaming officials can dismiss those reports. And hopefully they won't dismiss those reports too cavalierly if someone is injured or killed by a mountain lion in those areas. I've reported several times on the Ivory-billed woodpecker on this show, but it looks as if it's been spared being declared extinct for now. The famed ivory-billed woodpecker has been spared being declared extinct by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, which plans to take a closer look at the case that the creature might still exist. The announcement is the latest twist in a 2-year-long saga that began back in September of 2021, when the department proposed delisting 22 animals as well as a plant from the Endangered Species Act as, they argued, these previously threatened flora and fauna had gone extinct. Among the collection of creatures was the ivory-billed woodpecker, which raised eyebrows as its continued existence has long been debated within scientific circles, despite not having been seen since 1944. And of course, they talk about the compelling photos, researchers who have submitted compelling photos and possible video evidence. Oh yes, I remember this story, this particular story, and I said that they didn't, I couldn't really see anything in this video. And you really can't. I thought maybe they were going to reference the 2004 video, which was taken in Arkansas. But they referenced a video which was, you might say, pretty ambiguous, you might say. Yeah, definitely pretty ambiguous, for sure. It is possible that the ivory-billed woodpecker still exists. Let me check out these compelling photos. Well, where are the photos? Now, the efforts of these individuals, these researchers, did earn the animal a 6-month reprieve from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service last summer, as the department announced that the feedback from the public revealed substantial disagreement among experts regarding the status of the species. Now, this obviously is an older photo of an ivory-billed woodpecker, most likely from the 30s or 40s. But I don't believe we have anything current. So, the existence of the ivory-billed woodpecker continues to remain a mystery. Till we get better evidence, of course. I will certainly keep you guys updated if there's any more news on the ivory-billed woodpecker. Let's say on this one for sure. Watch. Driver films Black Panther in Wales. If only the logo hadn't been in the way. Here's one. Here, this is the same one. It looks like it's the same one. Looks as if they don't have any better zooming capabilities. That's supposed to be the object in question. Perhaps they should do what they did in Pennsylvania with the alleged mountain lion. They should do that. Instead of just saying, oh yeah, it is a black panther. And just, unquestioningly putting that out there instead of saying, instead of making a comparison video or comparison photo. I mean, it's interesting, but the video is ultimately inconclusive. I don't think it's going to stay that way unless someone shoots one to prove that, yes, there are Black Panthers in the UK. And in further Loch Ness Monster news, intriguing anomaly photographed emerging from water at Loch Ness. A peculiar picture taken at Loch Ness earlier this week features an intriguing anomaly that some suspect could be the site's resident monster emerging from the water. The remarkable image seen below was reportedly captured this past Sunday evening by a witness named John Howie, Sharing the photo on their Facebook page, the Loch Ness Center tourist attraction marveled at the amazing picture, explained that the sighting came about when he spotted something mysterious in the loch and fortunately managed to snap a photo of the oddity. I'm guessing this is the image in question. And I'm also guessing that it's supposed to show what may be a hump and a head. And I would imagine that it's pretty large. So what they should do is put a boat out there and make comparisons. Make comparisons, people, to make sure that you have photos and videos of alleged cryptids. I'm not really sure how easy or hard it would be, but I don't think it would be that hard, to be quite honest. But it's not really that difficult to make comparisons on land. I don't know how easy it would be on water. But you can give it a try anyway. See what you come up with. Mysterious creature stalks man sleeping in van. Why is the window down? What kind of creature stalked the night? Video claiming to be from a homeless man sleeping in his truck with the window open reminds us that there are still predators that creep silently through the dark, and some of them are very curious about people in their territory. Movement can be seen just at the window line, as if the creature is prowling right up against the car and low to the ground, but the head peeks up just under the side view mirror, revealing a yellow eye peering into the vehicle. Okay, I don't. Oh, wait, what's that? See that? Right in there. There it is. Whatever it is. Okay, what the heck is that? What in the world is that? It's one weird looking creature, whatever it is. This is in Texas. Okay. Many commenters jump directly to it's obviously a cryptid, but there doesn't seem to be anything mysterious about the animal other than that we can't fully see what it is. There is a hint in the dark vertical shape of stripe of fur. next to the eye, though, which has a distinctly mountain lion look to it. It's also possible it's a canine, such as a wolf or coyote, but that seems less likely if the video is correctly labeled as taking place in Texas. Well, why is it less likely to be a coyote? And allegedly there are red wolves that are coming back to the Lone Star State, according to Chester Moore. So why wouldn't it be a wolf of some sort if it's in East Texas? And why wouldn't it be a coyote? It doesn't seem less likely if it's a coyote. And here is a comment that I agree with completely. It would be great if people could stop overlaying creepy music tracks over cryptid sightings where there are animal noises included, because that makes it extremely difficult to figure out which noise is attributed to the creature. I really didn't hear any or many, well, actually, yeah, I didn't hear any noises coming from the video. All I heard was the creepy music. So, I mean, what the heck is this? It could be most likely some sort of mundane creature, mundane animal. But who knows? Maybe it is a cryptid of some sort. It reflects light in its eyes. But then again, animals have that ability to reflect light in their eyes as well. So I guess this one's just going to be mysterious. Darn it. And finally, this Colorado Bigfoot story is even more ridiculous. The Parker's Silverton Bigfoot photos. For their appearance on the 10/21/23 show with Connie Willis, Shannon and Stetson Parker have provided photos they took while riding the Durango and Silverton narrow gauge railroad of what is now being called the Silverton Bigfoot. You can get more info. I already discussed the clip last week, or the story, I should say. I discussed it last week. Now, you can't see much here because there's a red arrow pointing to what's supposed to be the alleged Sasquatch. And right here as well, here's close-ups. What I have heard, apparently the conductor of the train said that passengers would see a Bigfoot. Not that they might see a Bigfoot, but that they would see a Bigfoot. Which means the railroad line, the train conductor was in on it and knew that this was all part of a promotion. I'm dumbfounded that there's anybody out there who still thinks it's an actual Sasquatch. But there are people out there who actually think this is an actual Sasquatch. There are people who are still defending this video, despite the evidence to the contrary. And to me, that just shows the gullibility of some individuals. What some people won't do, and what some people won't believe. And that's going to do it for this week. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. You guys are the heart of the show. I always say that, I always mean it. I will continue to do this as long as you guys want me to. And hey, until next week, y'all be good or be good at it. It's HBMs, Cryptid-Corner.